Brought to you by Penguin.
You've got to laugh. Stories from a life lived to the full. Written and read by Alison Hammond. That's me! For you, Mom, Maria. Hi, babes. How are you? It's so nice that you're listening to my audiobook. Thank you, and welcome to the world of Alison Hammond. I'm an author, everyone. Can you believe it? I've actually written a memoir. I feel so honoured to have this chance. And you know what? I've discovered that I really enjoy writing. Result. I expect you're wondering what to expect as you travel with me on this journey through my life. As you'd probably imagine, there are high and low points along the way, because that's the way life is. I'll be taking you a little bit sideways and diagonally just to break up the journey. So you'll be hearing about my loves and my losses and a little bit of gossip. Obviously, I want to share the klutzy and the showbizy moments that will give you lots of giggles and lols. The celebs, the men, the breakages. I'm not saying that my life has been a comedy fusion of mishaps, but I've had some hilarious moments, and I do sometimes wonder how I got from there to here in one piece. As this was my first ever book, I decided to start right at the beginning. Yeah, this book begins with me being born. I've never read a book that dives straight in like that, and it just made sense to me. It's simple and it's good, and the best things in life are simple and good, I find. After I've dealt with my momentous birth, I sketch a path through my Birmingham childhood to give you some insight into my family background. This is where you'll read about how my late mum Maria's love, values and morals made me the person I am today, as well as my lucky break into acting and performing, which set me up for the job I do now. It's all about how I became me. That's the book. It's that simple. My life hasn't been plain sailing, but you've got to make the most of the times when the wind doesn't blow, haven't you? Maybe your boat nearly sinks, or you literally just get stuck on dry land and can't even launch. You're grounded, beached. I won't lie, I've had a few years in my 20s when it seemed like nothing at all was happening. But you know what? Something was happening. I just didn't realise it, because I was too busy trying to earn a living and stay afloat. I had absolutely no idea that everything I was doing was leading me towards a show called This Morning, but it was. As you'll see, there was a sliding doors moment along the way when I very nearly chose to go in another direction altogether. For a while, I deeply regretted the decision I took. It felt as if my boat had capsized and I was never going to set sail again. Not in my wildest dreams was I expecting to end up with a career on daytime telly. It's so weird how life turns out sometimes. I've been on TV quite a lot in the last 20 years, and to be honest, I've had some good and bad experiences. I've been on some shows that have been the best fun ever, but I've also had some calamities and one or two downright catastrophes. At least they felt like catastrophes at the time. Through good times and bad, I kept on going, with the love of my mum and my wonderful family to support me and keep me positive. Wait, I haven't even mentioned my son Aidan yet. He is my world. The day Aidan was born was purely and simply the best day of my life. But I can't lie, when I saw his funny little newborn baby face for the first time, I had to laugh. I don't think you'll be surprised to learn that sex, drugs and rock and roll are not part of this book. I'm saving those for the sequel. Lol. But I've been through a series of ups and downs with my size and weight, and here's where you learn how I feel about taking up space in the world. I also found myself writing about how I dealt with criticism. I haven't laughed it all off, but I do feel very strongly that there's no point trying to please other people all the time. Just follow your gut and do what you think is right. After listening to my memoir, you'll be able to dissect me and understand what makes me tick. It's quite exposing for me, but I'm hoping that people can learn from my mistakes and understand why I am who I am. I'm hoping that every time you listen to my memoir, you'll have a reason to laugh. Whether things are good or bad, you've just got to laugh, because ultimately one day this is all going to be over. Like it or not, we're all going to die, so why not embrace life in...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?